Hello everybody, Danny and Wanda back from Pecan Grove. Guys, we finally got our Vego cover systems in. We're excited now because we're going to be getting closer to fall here. We want to open one with you and see what it actually looks like on the inside. Because we're going to be putting these on 4 of our beds for growing our cauliflower, our cabbages, broccolis and stuff like that. Stuff that don't have to be pollinated. We can cover it up and keep the worms and the insects off of it. At least that's our plan. Everybody's been raving about these things from Vego. And you know me, save the money up, let's get it. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. This is kind of a picture of what it looks like. Now, if you order these, make doggone good and sure you specify which beds they go for, because there is different sizes for every bed. We learned the hard way. But we have our cover here. I wanted to see the cover is what I was interested in. I wanted to see what it was made out of. Wow, it feels like a...
It's kind of like our shade cloth.
Yeah, it's like a shade cloth. Yeah, I was looking for the word. It looks like it's like a white shade cloth like we have on our high tone. That's interesting. Okay. And then of course we have all the hardware here that goes with it. I'm looking
and all the pipes.
All the pipes. I'm really interested in putting this thing together. I'm pretty sure the instructions is in this right here. Let's see here. One end of it opens up, I know. There we go. Yeah, it tells us in here we got a bunch of pieces that bolts to the bed. We got our straight couplings, our T-couplings, our cross couplings, and then some flange nuts. They also send the wrench and the bolts.
Ours is the third picture.
Ours would be this one here, or this one. Let's see here.
That one.
No, here's ours right here. Ours is this one here. And it shows they make an irrigation system to go with it too, and that's what excites us. This irrigation system hooks right here, and it goes all the way up. And we don't have, well, we got one, I think, that we ordered. It runs down the top of this, and it mists the water right down on top of it, which would be perfect for cabbages and broccolis. Cauliflower, stuff like that. Not so good for probably tomatoes or anything like that, because you don't want to wet the foliage. But your winter or fall crops, beets, carrots, this type of stuff, guys, I'm excited now. I mean, everything that I can come up with that makes my gardening experience more of a pleasure than a dread. Yes, it costs me, but you know what? You can pay a doctor, or you can pay for, you can pay yourself. Okay, now that I'm up off of that bucket, I don't want y'all to see me getting off of that bucket. It's not pretty. What we're planning on doing, we want our high tone. You know me, I'm OCD really, really bad. And what I want from my high tone is I want it to be aesthetically pleasing to my eyes. Now, does it mean anything? Nothing in the world. But to me, it means everything. Well, this is our plan. We have a 2.5 by 9.5 foot bed over here. We have a 2.5 by 9.5 foot bed here. I want to be able to, the other end of the greenhouse is the exact same as this one. We got 4 covers. I want to be able to put a cover here, a cover there, a cover down yonder, a cover down yonder. We have 2 trellis systems in the middle over here. The tall ones that we have the sweet potatoes right now running up on, and one of them has a pepper plant in it down yonder. It looks like it's gone wild on us. And then on the other side, we have one that's empty right here. We just took all of our eggplants out of, and we have one that's still got some sweet potatoes growing in it, and another one on the end down yonder that's empty. Of course, in the center, we put up the arch trellis here. Now this one has sweet potatoes and my grapes. I come in here every day. These grapes are amazing. I come in every day and I try to route those things up where they make their way up through here. I'm kind of trying to weave this thing around through here like that. Now there are some sweet potato vines in this, and that's perfectly fine. I'll cut them off at the bottom; they'll die out. But my goal is to have the white seedless grapes growing over this right here, so that we can come in here, no insect problems. Hopefully, out from under the rain outside and everything, have nice seedless grapes here. I also have a seedless grape down here. There's a purple one. I'm going to put a trellis system up here, just like I did at Deepsouth Homestead, right over this area, right in here. And I'm going to let this one fill up this side. And I also have some that I'm going to bring from Deepsouth once it's cold and it's wintertime and I can move them. I'm going to put them here, and I'm going to have them run over here. And yes, it's going to be a mess.
We're going to have a grape. What do you call them? A grape?
We're going to have a grape-infused high tunnel.
A grape, a vineyard.
A vineyard inside the high tunnel with our vegetables. Plus, we have our Cavendish dwarf banana trees in here. Yeah, I still have 2 of them in a pot right here. I got to get one of them out. Got the same thing up front up here. Come through my little jungle here. This is what I like about this. It's all going to be shaded.
We got okra up there too. You got to get.
Oh, do we?
Yeah,
Oh,
both sides.
I can reach 8 foot. The okra's a little over 8 feet high.
Both sides. You got to cut my okra.
All right. We harvested some in the field down there this morning, so that means we're going to have enough to eat. But this banana tree right here, guys, I'm not a banana expert, but this is the dwarf banana, and I'm kind of looking up here.
Where I might.
The way the leaves are doing, I'm really hoping that this thing, maybe it's just another leaf, but I was hoping to get a banana this year, because this leaf, you don't know how big these leaves are. I mean, guys, this leaf, my arms are over 3 feet long. This leaf, I could wrap up in this leaf. You know what I mean?
And banana leaves are great. The
Look at
cows
that. It's
love
wider
them.
than I am.
Cows love banana
Oh,
leaves.
cows love banana leaves.
And
yeah.
they make a good fodder if you have to. And then
What I like to do is come in here off these bottom ones. I'll cut these bottom ones off.
You can use those as wraps, like for meat.
Oh yeah, you can cook
You
with
can
them.
cook with these. You can put your meat in there and roll it up. Fish, chicken, beef, whatever, roll it up, and it gives it a slight nutty flavor, banana nutty flavor, I guess.
See, this one has the extra banana tree in it. I need to get this one out and give it to somebody. And this tree would go ahead and take on off, because I've been fertilizing these things.
And that one is just, well, you've got 2 in that one too.
I got 2 in that one. See, that's a problem. I didn't have nowhere to put them, because I was really limited on pots. And I might just put them somewhere in here, just because, you know. I mean, you know me. I'm all about. I have a whole section on the other side of the property over here. I'm setting up for citrus. I'm trying to make me a little citrus orchard over there. We're gonna have a pineapple place at some point. I just ain't figured out where and how yet, but we're gonna.
And
have
I think the
pineapples.
bananas would be great with the pineapples.
They would go with the pineapples. But now let me give you a spoiler alert. In the future, I don't know how far in the future, okay? But we already have the trellis systems and the cover systems for the 8-in-1 Vego bed.
8 and 2.
8 and 2s, I'm sorry. 8 and 2s.
Hence, we got the wrong ones to start with.
We ordered the wrong ones to start with. It's our fault. Our fault. Okay. I didn't realize that, you know, a little bit of difference was going to make a difference, but it does. Lesson learned. But this is where it's going, guys. All these pots,
Except for the bananas.
except for the bananas, is going to come out of here. And the 8-in-1s,
8 and 2.
I'll get it right in a minute. 8 and 2s are going to go back in place of these. And all these pots,
And 4 of them will have
now
these.
4 of them will have this, and 4 of them will have covers.
Yes.
We just ain't figured out the scheme of it yet to make it look good. But the pots,
I
I
think
didn't want to build another high tunnel, you know.
I
but
think what we could do with the pots, because the pineapples
Oh, look
grow
at the
so
breeze
well.
blowing
I
through
know,
here.
isn't that nice?
Lord, thank you so much.
The pineapples grow so well in the pots that we put one pineapple in each pot and put them out on boards and our banana trees.
In the summer.
Leave the banana trees in the ground and the pineapples in the pots. And we can bring pots and throw them in the ends of the high tunnel or up in your shop. Your shop's got plenty of room for pineapples.
No.
All under the edge. Under the edge.
Before we ever came over here, we had that discussion. My shop is my shop for once, you know.
But we'll have plenty of room to put the pineapples under things because we're making sheds everywhere.
We're going to find a place if I have to.
The pineapples can go in these pots because they work really, really well in the pots.
They work good in the mineral tubs. Those of you who want to know, pineapples grow fantastic in these mineral tubs. And
we have one that's getting close to being ready to eat.
We do. And it's our fault in the transition of moving over here. We haven't taken care of them like we should, or we would have more. I did give Mr. Chris 2 or 3 pineapple starts. I think I gave him a banana start. I might give him another banana start. Maybe if Mr. Tim wants a banana start, I might give him a banana start.
And some pineapple starts because we've got plenty.
We've got plenty.
We need to see.
Yeah, so we like to bless other people. But that's where we're at. Give y'all a little sneak peek into the future here at Pecan Grove. Until we have, guys, look at this right here. You know how at Deepsouth Homestead, I told y'all, my goal at Pecan Grove was to have my Primark Freedom Blackberries doing what they do at Deepsouth. Look what I'm getting done here, guys. It's starting to happen. They're actually growing up and getting into the top up here. Will they have berries this year? Probably not, but maybe next year we'll have berries. That's my goal. You know what I mean? It's just gonna be a jungle, you know what I mean? I love growing food and I love for it to look good. I want this just to, I don't like coming in seeing a big old open high tunnel, because to me that's space up there just like down here, and if I can utilize that up there, because there's lots of plants that underneath a shade cloth like grapes and blackberries and stuff, they can handle the heat under the shade cloth, and plus we're shaded. The way I designed this, we're shaded except for right up in the middle of the day.
Oh, I got to show them the other thing that's going to get out of control.
What is it? What's fixing to get out of control? Oh, the Malabar. The Malabar. We keep cutting it off.
I trimmed it down here so it wouldn't run all into all these pots, but I got a pretty...
You know something else? We mentioned this before. It really needs to come off, don't it?
Yeah. And people say, why don't I leave them on the vine? Because bugs or something might get into them, and...
Look at that. See what happens?
They'll split.
They'll split, yeah.
And I don't need that, but this Malabar, these leaves will get 2 or 3 times bigger than that.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
And
they'll get up here this big.
They'll make a fabulous wrap, and they're great for not having bread. You can wrap. See, some of those in the top are even almost that big.
Yeah. You got some like you're talking about like right
I could take that one.
Yeah, look at that. That's a nice leaf, and then there's some up under.
And then for salads, you can add these smaller leaves. Just cut them up in strips and add them for salads and stuff. It's awesome, and Malabar will grow. It'll take this high tunnel over.
Yeah, it will. And the thing about it is it loves the heat, and it grows great in these tubs right here. It's
a great way to have spinach or like a lettuce type thing in the summer, because here we can't grow it in the summer.
Right, and the thing about it is, you see the little seed pods starting here? All these little seed pods right here, starting to pop out on it everywhere. We let all that stuff go to seeds, and them seeds will fall down here in this pot, and they'll fall in that pot, and that pot, and that pot, and that pot. And next year, when we're in here turning up stuff, getting ready to put stuff in it, next thing you know, Malabar is blowing up everywhere. It's a forever plant for us. We've done learned. Once you have it, you have it.
We're going to have quite a few forever plants in here.
Yeah, we got a few forever plants. Plus, this morning we're going to have to really consider going ahead and taking some of this pepper off of here.
I think so. I mean, look at this. This is amazing.
The bell peppers aren't that big yet.
They're not ready.
But they're hard as a rock, which means they could be picked. And there's even banana peppers hiding all up in here. I mean, you look at Look at these big old banana peppers hiding all up in this stuff up in here. Here's way back over in here. The branches have gotten so tall, they fell down up in here. And now they're growing horizontal instead of vertical.
Yeah. That's why you see so many at a certain height.
And you know what I have noticed though is that, and I may speak too soon, I may speak out of term, I don't know, but we haven't seen any more tomato worms. Although I do see some
Green, so there may be one up there somewhere.
There's a tomato worm right here somewhere. He's a little one. When you see them droppings like that, that's what I look for around the edges here, is I look for the droppings. And
he would be laying in the vine part
somewhere. He'll be up in here somewhere. And the thing about it is he can eat and eat and eat and eat, and you won't even know he's here unless you see the droppings, because there's so many leaves on the plant.
This will be the first one in 3 or 4 weeks or 5. It's been a while.
It's been quite a while since we've had a tomato worm.
But now, some of these leaves like this that get eat, we have grasshoppers and stuff
they come in here at night.
And they munch on the leaves. They're not really hurting them.
They haven't done any damage. Now, what I'll probably do is come out tonight with the black light.
Yeah, because you can't see him right now. Wait.
Do you see him? Do you see him?
Yep, right.
Oh, there he is. There he is right there.
You just got to be vigilant.
And
he may not be the only one, but...
He may not, because usually when you see one, there's more. Chicky. Come on, Chicky. Oh, got him. Look at him.
She took off.
She took off with that one. Look at her. Yep.
The race is on.
Oh, the race is on. They're fighting over him. We've been waiting on our chickens to start laying, and this morning, I got 3 eggs this morning. So that means that it's almost time for their transition up to the new chicken pen. And then it's going to be time to butcher the old ones that we have, because they're 3 years old. Or we may move them down here right now is what I might do, because we've been talking about this. I may move the 6 old ones down here and take all the new ones and put up there with the big rooster, and that way we get eggs in both places. This is plenty big for 6 chickens, and we'll take the 12 up yonder and put them in the big pen. We decided to go with just the cover system on it, so I'm going to have to take the red packs up, take these back off, and go ahead, and I think I'm going to go ahead and install the, on one of them anyhow, and well, 2 of them I think I can do, the one in the back yonder. And I may go do that one first because there's nothing in the way, just to kind of get the feel of what it's going to be like. And go ahead and install the hoop systems over a couple of these. Not put the cover on it, but just put the hoop part over it. Okay guys, here's the bolts that we're going to take out of the top of the Vego bed. They go right here in the first hole in the top. This is the bolts that replaces it. You have a long bolt here. It goes in here through this. Now I just snapped this cap. This is a piece of plastic on here. I just snapped that on there, and I'm trying to decide here.
Goes outside, right?
Which way this thing goes, because...
No, it may go inside, because you see the contour of that?
The contour of that says it goes to the inside, and, okay, I got it backwards. Let me do it this way. We're going to put it like this, through here, and then we're going to put the cap nut on it, and we're going to tighten it down. What I like about this is they send the wrenches with it. Now you may need a Phillips screwdriver on the outside out here to hold this with if it goes to turning. My experience is most of them don't turn. And
this was the bed that had the cantaloupes
in it.
And we got those as seedlings from Vego, and they did great. We got probably
that's pretty sturdy.
Got probably a dozen cantaloupes out of this bed, didn't we?
Yeah, good dozen cantaloupes.
All right, so
now we know how it goes.
All these you got to put on before you get to the next step.
Yeah. Okay, the pipe has a small groove in it right there. You can see that. This plastic piece here has a small lip sticking out on it, and that is made to go right in line And it's a very, very tight fit. I'm just using my pocket knife. You can use a little hammer or whatever you got, a wrench or whatever. I tap it down in there until I got a good seat on it. Like that. Then it just folds over on the sides. And it's very simple to put in. Get me another bolt here. Another nut out. Goes in the hole, the very top hole in the Vego bed. Make sure you have the contoured side of this toward the bed, and it just fits right through those holes. I'm having to do this and hold it out on the other side, and then you take the nut, start it on there, take your wrench and tighten her down. This is one part that can be done by yourself, but to be honest with you, if you had two people, it'd be a whole lot easier. All right, these cross pieces have one tiny hole on top. The rest of them are all big. You want to put the tiny part toward the inside, and there's a mark on the pole around here. Right there's a little tiny mark. You want to push these down until they come to that mark. Some of them fit tight, some of them fit loose.
So the little one goes
to the top, angled toward the inside. The very end one just gets a T, and it has the Vego garden road on the outside of it, and I put it toward the outside. It really doesn't matter, but I just like to see the Vego garden on the outside of it. With this type bed, the 2.5 by 9.5, you have 4 pipes that are longer than the other pipes are. So what I do is I go ahead and take all 4 of them pipes out. They're going to go, and these also have arrows in them too, little marks. I slide them up and I bang them till they fit tight. And you're going to skip these 2 because these are shorter. You're going to come down here to this one and you're going to put it in. Come over here, it's on this side. Now we're going to take the 4 short ones out. And I put them in next. Same way, they have the little mark on them. Now you have 4 larger curved pieces. Everything has a specific place to go. The 4 large ones, they go on the ends. They're just like the others. They have a mark in them there. This really, at this point, really begins to stiffen it up, and you begin to see the shape of the bed starts coming together, starts getting really rigid. I was really skeptical of all this when I first started because of the way it looked, but I tell you what, I am highly, highly impressed with the rigidity of it. I mean, this is already, the whole bed's done got real sturdy. Okay, these are the shorter ones. I took the stockings off of them already. Now, on these sleeves, there's a little indentation on the top of it right there. This goes to the top of the arch. And what I try to do is I try to make sure they're all in the same direction. And when you put them on the bed, make sure you don't get them crisscrossed. I'll usually start down one side of the bed. So that when we put them in, you look up there and the indentation's on this side. And if it's not right in the top, I'll turn it. Now that we have that one whole line in, we have everything adjusted out like it needs to. I'll stick these down in. It'll ease apart just enough that that'll go together. It'll fit together really tight. Not hard. Then I go back, make sure everything, the arrows are all where they need to be. We have this thing, and that's pretty sturdy. I mean, this one's a little low of dirt because the worms has eat it down, you know. We're gonna be putting some more dirt back in it, or soil, should I say. And that's it, guys. That's the Vego cover system there. Now, this is the cover that goes with it right here. Like we talked about originally. You'll be wise to take you a coffee can or something. If you buy these kits to put on a Vego bed after you put them together, you have all these nuts and bolts left over and wrenches. Put them all into a little container. Keep them in the shop. That way, if you ever have to do something to the Vego bed, you lose a nut or a bolt if you're doing something, you can easily go back and you have them. So, all right, we're gonna roll this thing out. I didn't want to get it dirty on this floor. Get Miss Wanda to hold that end of it.
We want to know how
it's upside down. I know that.
Yeah.
So we want to know how easy it is to actually put this on. So walk toward me.
No, wait, you got...
Lay it up on top of it.
Okay, this is the bottom. I
Yes.
Gotcha. Your side's got to come unfolded.
Trying to find it.
Flip. No, look at the top. Look at the top.
There we go.
Flip it.
It didn't flip enough. I thought it flipped.
No, there you go.
Now, one more time.
And I'm just holding till you come get.
It's like putting a sheet on a bed.
Not too difficult, and it's stretchy.
It is stretchy. I see that.
That's what makes it easier to get on and off.
I'm looking at something here, though. I'm wondering,
It
does
goes.
it have an inside and an outside? Because see these little things here that...
Nope, these go to right here.
Yeah, but they got the little things that wrap around it there. And they're on the inside. You can't get to them.
Unzip it. That's what it's made for. Now you got to put your plants in. And it's supposed to go around the bottom.
Go down and seal it off.
Yeah. I like that because nothing can go under the bottom. And then when you unzip it, you go in and fix these. Reason I know I've done the little mini greenhouse that does the same thing.
Okay.
You're creating your own mini greenhouse, basically.
Well, I mean, I really like it. It's
So why can't we take this one over here that has nothing in it, put a cover on it,
start our plants.
to start our plants?
We could to
Keep anything away from it. And then you can hook lights. See, you could run some little lights hanging from that if you needed a light over anything.
Well, there's an irrigation system that hooks up to that.
So why don't we do that one?
We could do that one. I never dreamed it would fit this well.
Yeah, so unzip and fix it on all those. It fits at the bottom.
Fits at the bottom real well.
I like that it's a touch stretchy. That makes all the difference in the world when you're trying to put this together. And make it, you know, fit the bottom. Yeah, I think our cauliflower is going to grow real well in these.
Well, what I'm looking at is these things are made to where they fit those pipes right there, and if we start in the middle and work our way out,
yes, it'll support it even better.
It will be even more rigid. So what I'm fixing to do here is I'm going to take and I'm going to do this one to here, and I'm going to go ahead and reach in right here because this will slide on the pipe.
And it's Velcro, right?
Yes, it's all Velcro on the inside in there. I Velcroed that around that right there. Now that'll slide. Now, before I undo the other end, because I can see the problem here, when I undo this thing, it's going to go away from me. So what I'm going to do is I'm reaching up in here. There is a pipe up here. I'm going to slide that over that pipe. And we're going to go ahead and pull this on down. And I'm going to go ahead and Velcro this right here. That way, this end is already held.
Well, you got one right here.
I've got one on the end here. We need to get it where I can find it. There's a string at the bottom.
So the string just ties, so the wind doesn't take it.
Yeah, it just ties at the bottom. So you can pull it. You can pull it around. Hold around. So we have this here. So we're just gonna do like a shoelace.
Like you're tying your shoes.
Just like tying a shoe. Now there's several different ways you could tie it, but that way I know we can get it back loose.
Okay, this one can tie.
Let's get this down like it's supposed to go here. Now, see that holds it in place.
And then when you tie this,
well, you got another one right here. See, this is...
That keeps it from the wind from blowing it all over the place, even if you have the top, the door open.
Yeah. Getting these Velcro to the little straps in the middle.
There's some on both sides, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The person who invented Velcro was a great person. Okay, now this has a Velcro pad here, and there's one on the top of the roof up here. What you want to do is you'll take this and fold it over to where that Velcro pad touches that one. This Velcro pad will touch this one right there. You let that lay evenly. It's kind of like doing a bed, you know. Let me pull it back a loose, get a little bit tight. There we go. It's like laying a bed down.
And when you think the wind's going to catch it?
Nope. Then you come over here to this side. We've got this one unzipped. See? You have a Velcro pad back up here on this one on the inside too. So now you can take this one and you can fold it over. And it Velcros down to that one. So
now we get some pretty tough winds, so I don't know. Yeah. We're going to see.
We'll see here. I got a long way to go here. I got to finish up all of this. Let's cover this one back up. Let that fall down. I'm going to zip it all the way down to the bottom now. We've already noticed one thing. Because this is because it's white, believe it or not, we already see insects on the outside of it sticking to it like they want to get in, and that tells us that
we got more insects than we know
than what you would think, you know, out here. So this is going to really be a good thing.
I'm loving that it's stretchy and it fits around the bottom. That is a key point.
Okay, a little bit of a spoiler alert. This Vego trellis system here, arch system, whatever you want to call it, cover. This one, because we're fixing to be into pretty close to fall, we got a few more weeks to go before we start our seeds again for fall. We're going to turn this one, because this one gets the most light for the longest period of time in our high tone here. We're going to turn this one into a mini greenhouse to be able to start our seeds in, because we have a 40% shade cloth up above us. This will prevent some sunlight from filtering through. I don't know what the percentage would be because I don't really know.
I don't know. I didn't check it either.
You can look at it and tell there will be some lack of sunlight. And the fact that we can zip it down all the way around will make it have like a little bit of a greenhouse effect. We don't need the heat because we're engulfed in heat here. So this will basically be to keep the insects from getting to our tiny little plants when we get them started. And we're probably going to use the Hoss tool trays. We have a lot of these. We're probably going to stack them in here and use them. And also I have an irrigation system for one of these. I don't know if it's for this bed or not, but it actually comes up the end here and goes through the top up here and lets the water come down on top of it, which would be a tremendous blessing to us. Plus we have the emitters here. We'll put in each tray, we will stick an emitter to make sure we keep the trays with water in them. Guys, it looks like this is going to work out to be a good little greenhouse system. Now in the spring, would it work? No, probably not unless you put plastic over it. But
I'm sure Vego's coming out with a plastic cover.
I would think that Vego would come out with a plastic cover that zips up just like that one there does for people who want to turn this into a mini greenhouse. But I see possibilities here that's endless with this particular thing. And I'm loving the fact, I love the Vego beds. We have raised more food with the Vego beds than we ever have in raised beds of wood or anything else like that. Mainly because they're deeper. You know, I mean, they're 17 inches deep rather than 10 or 12 inches, 11 inches, whatever. The 17s have done really good for us with the irrigation systems in it. I'm loving the trellis system that goes here because we can put our plants and we can make a wall of food up on the back right here, and it's very sturdy. It's not flimsy.
These are metal.
Everything's steel. Every bit of, I say steel, it's probably anodized aluminum or something of the
food grade.
Food grade.
Paint, the whole 9 yards.
This type thing. And then we have the arch system right here for our grapes and stuff to grow up on. And this is really working out fantastic. I love this because I'm tall, and this is 8 foot. I can reach 8 foot, so it's like 7 foot, maybe 9 to the top of it from the beds down here. So guys, this is going to be a beautiful food garden at one of these days. When all these grapes get up, and I'll keep them pruned back before they just cover this up, you'll be able to come in here and just walk and pick grapes. I mean, to me, that's where it's at. And I'm loving the fact that I got a grapevine in the outside right here, and then I can use the rest of the Vego bed around it because I chose the large ones. I can plant my food out here. My vegetables and stuff like that can be planted out here. So that I am very excited about. So thank you for joining us on this part of our journey and putting the covers on the beds. And if you're interested in those, there'll be a link in the description down below for Vego bed and to be able to purchase your own. Now you can get them for any bed, but please don't make the mistake that we made. Make sure you order the right cover for the right bed, because if you don't, they won't work. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you love it. And guys, YouTube's doing something a little bit different. If you don't hit the like button, the videos are not going anywhere. And we're actually seeing now they're showing us how many likes there are. And if there's not many likes on a video,
They don't hit an algorithm.
You don't hit an algorithm, and nobody gets to see it. You know, you don't get notified. You don't get the notification, even though even though you have it clicked. You don't get the notification if enough people's not hitting the like button. So do that for us so we can get these type videos out there and help people to get their food going. Thank you guys from Pecan Grove.